Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today I bring to you a very exciting video. This is going to be my top 10 tips on how to stay healthy when you're super busy. So really quickly, I would just like to tell you a little bit about myself. If you don't know me, I have 2 jobs, well 3 technically with YouTube. I am a full-time science teacher at a high school. I am a personal trainer, and then I have my YouTube channel. So all of those jobs require some outside of the actual time that I'm in my job for planning and all that type of stuff. To say the least, I'm a very, very busy person. But one of the most important things for me is to maintain my health and be an active person. And there's a lot of planning that goes into my day, and I have a whole bunch of different tips that I use on a regular basis that help me maintain my health as I, can continue with my busy lifestyle and to be successful with both. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Tip number 1 is going to be to establish your why. So one of the exercises that I like to do with my clients is I like to ask them 5 times why it is that they want to be healthier and want to start to exercise. This is an exercise that I want you to try at home. I want you to ask yourself, why do you want to be healthy? Most of the time, people will start with something like, I want to be healthy because I want to look better. Why do you want to look better? So that would be the second time. I want to look better because I don't like the way that I look without clothes on, and I want to make sure that I can show my kids that positive body image is important. Okay, why is that important to you? I've never been able to feel good about myself, or something like that. So what's really interesting about this why exercise is that once you get to the 5th why, it's a lot different than the very first one. The first one is very superficial, I guess you would say, for lack of a better term, not superficial in like your emotions, but superficial in that it's not in the root of the reason why you really want to be healthier. And then the 5th one goes a lot deeper into that root, and it allows you to identify some of the real reasons, and some of the reasons you may not really have thought of for a long time. Maybe your doctor told you that you needed to lose some weight and you needed to be healthier, but by the time that you go and you take those steps, you have made a decision to do that, and there's a reason why you want to do that. It's important to know your why, because when it becomes very difficult to maintain the lifestyle, it does. There are moments where it's not easy. And you have to make a choice. Am I going to go and do this, or am I going to go and proceed with this healthy habit? Hopefully you choose a healthy habit. Having that core why is a tool in your belt that you have and you can use in order to maintain the mindset of trying to be healthier. Tip number 2 is to schedule in your healthy habit into your day. So you go to work, you have a schedule after work, maybe you have to go pick up dry cleaning or you have to go to the grocery store. Also schedule in your healthy habits, such as going to the gym or going for a walk or whatever it may be, so that that becomes a daily task that you must complete and cross off of the list daily. That will help you maintain the consistency within that healthy task, and then you will build a pattern and a habit. It's very important that you not allow yourself to just see how you feel, because most days you're not going to feel like necessarily going to the gym right after work. You're probably going to want to get home, change into your pajamas, have some food, relax. That's what I want to do every day, but instead of coming home and doing that, I just make sure that I get dressed right away, and then I go to the gym, and then I do what I need to do because it's part of my daily task. Tip number 3, I have said this once and I will say it a million times over. Make sure to stay hydrated. Always have yourself a bottle of water. I have here my hydro flask, and I always carry a hydro flask or any type of water bottle with me. It's just so important. It makes the biggest difference. If you have it with you at all times, you are more likely to drink water than if you do not have it with you. It's important to not wait until you're thirsty. One of the biggest ways that we can improve our metabolism and increase the rate of our metabolism is by drinking sufficient water. I cannot tell you how much of a difference it has made in everything. I'm talking about concentration, recovery, skin. All of those things are affected by how hydrated your body is, and it's so important. If you want to lose weight, if you want to be healthy, if you want to feel good, it's important to drink water. Number 4, this is to meal prep. Now, I used to meal prep where I would have like 4 ounces of ground turkey, and then I would have, half a cup of broccoli, or a cup of broccoli and half a cup of brown rice, and I would put it all in one Tupperware. But That quickly did not work for me. What I do now is I prep ingredients. So I will take maybe a pound or 2 pounds of ground turkey and I will cook that up. Then I will have a whole bunch of brown rice. Maybe I'll have some like quinoa stuff. Maybe I'll have some potatoes, some steamed vegetables. So what I could do is I could create my own meals with all of those ingredients so that I'm not stuck eating the exact same meal every single day. Maybe one of the days I'll have ground turkey in a tortilla, burrito type of thing, and then the next day I'll have burrito bowl, so it's a little bit different. Maybe I'll have a salad with ground turkey and some vegetables and stuff like that. So I prep big ingredients, and then I'm able to mix and match, and I don't get bored, and I'm able to stick to it a lot more. Sometimes when you have the meal set and it's in the refrigerator and you pull it out, you're like, I don't really want this. But if you have the ingredients, you can kind of get a little bit creative. You can add a little something different, maybe Greek yogurt on a salad, which is really good, a little bit of lime, add some beans, mix it up and make it a little bit different. Tip number 5 kind of goes along with the nutrition aspect of it, and that is to mindfully eat. Now, a couple years ago, I made the decision to not eat while I was standing. It made the biggest difference because when I would be cooking, I'd be trying a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you'd be very surprised how quickly the little tastes of each thing add up. It's pretty crazy. You know, you can be 100 calories, maybe 200 calories in, and if that is your deficit that you're trying to maintain in your diet, then there it is. It's blown. It's gone. You've ate it without even thinking about it. Mindfully eat and not eat while standing. Make sure that you have your meal, you sit down, you enjoy it, because that process of enjoying your meal and living as you are eating it and mindfully eating the food allows you to do multiple things. Number 1, it allows you to feel more satiated with your food. Number 2, it gives you the sense that you actually had a chance to eat something and then you're not starving that quickly after, hopefully. It just allows you to be grateful for the food that you have and enjoy the food that you have. Tip number 6, which is to eat at the same time every day. We're really busy, okay? I'm very busy. If you're watching this video, you're probably a very busy person and you have a lot of things to think about, and you pretty much may eat at the time that you can. You're not gonna wait until you're hungry at the end of the day and then you're gonna eat whatever is in front of you. It allows you to really pay attention to your nutrition, to feel satiated. If you're going to be leading a healthier lifestyle, most likely you're going to start to exercise, which we're going to get into in one of the tips here in the future in just a moment. Your body needs to know that it's going to have a set amount of fuel to allow the muscles to grow and to be able to release the fat that is on your body. The body is well adapted and it recognizes pattern. If it sees the pattern of you eating at the same time every single day, then it will interpret that as there is a constant influx of food at a certain time, so I'm able now as the body to release the fat and to put the priority into building the muscle, which is what we want. Build muscle, lose fat, become healthier, have less fatigue, feel less stressed, etc. Tip number 7. Tip number 7, we get into the part that I love, which is exercise, and that is to train smarter, not harder. Now, what I mean by this is if you are limited on time, there are ways that you can train faster and arguably more efficiently. I say arguably because I'm talking about doing things such as HIIT training, which requires you to do a work interval and a rest interval. So you do an exercise at maximum capacity as fast as you can without sacrificing form for a certain amount of time, probably about 20 seconds to 50 seconds or a minute. And then you take a quick little break, allow your heart rate to drop, and then you do that same thing over and over and over until you've completed however many sets you want to do. Now, that is HIIT training. It's also a form of Tabata. Tabata is a little bit different. It's specific with 10 seconds versus 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds of work, and then you do 8 rounds. So that is a specific training length. Using something that keeps your heart rate up and you can do it for a little bit less time is a more efficient way of getting the exercise in. I'm not gonna say that it's a more efficient way of losing body fat and gaining muscle. It's just a way for you to be able to get in your exercise time within a short period of time. Another effective method to get your exercise in quicker and keep your heart rate up is to do circuit training. That is where you do a series of exercises, maybe 1 through 4 and complete all of the reps of each exercise before starting the whole round from 1 and then continuing down to 4 again. Another option is to do something that requires a full body movement. Things such as squats, deadlifts, overhead press, tactical lunge. Those are exercises that require your entire body and multiple muscle groups, so it allows your body to use more calories in a shorter period of time during the time they're doing the exercise. When you are limited in time, it's a very good idea to use those type of methodologies in order to get your workout in, but it is also important to take the time to learn proper form and do exercises that increase your strength, which require you to use a method that is called progressive overload, which is where you have an exercise that you do and you build your strength on that exercise over time. Tip number 8, we're almost there, guys. I know that this is kind of a long video, but please stick with me because we've got some great tips in the last couple. So number 8 is to pre-plan your meals at restaurants. We decide that we're going to go to a restaurant and pick up food there. Before you go to the restaurant, very important, always check the menu online. Most restaurants will have a menu along with the nutritional facts. And if you go to the restaurant and you have your meal pre-planned in your head, you are more likely to stick to that and more likely to stick to a healthier option. Don't allow yourself to get to the restaurant, be starving and looking at the menu and thinking, okay, I'm gonna have this cheesecake, I'm gonna have this calamari, you know. I like to know what I'm going to eat in multiple restaurants. Suggest the restaurant that you usually go to. Say something like, I would like to go to Applebee's, or I would like to go to such and such. You already know what you're going to eat there, and you already know what already fits into your plan, and you don't have to worry about doing all of the background research before you get there. So have an arsenal of places that you have checked out their menu, you know what to eat, and you know what to expect. Tip number 9 is to search for hidden exercise. I like to park far from the entrance of different places. Now, I live in Arizona, so it gets really hot. Or I will use the stairs instead of using the elevator. Or I will take my dog for an extra walk, for an extra 10 minutes on the walk. You know, that's maybe 100 calories. Find exercise in things that you do every single day. Tip number 10 is to have an alternative plan. Now, we're trying to have a healthier lifestyle. Sometimes things are not going to go as planned. If it doesn't go as planned, so be it. Don't beat yourself up. Do the best that you can. If you can't make it to the gym because you had a delay at work, then go home, do something quickly while you're cooking or while you're getting things ready. I have a whole bunch of videos where I have just body weight workouts that you could do in 20 minutes, 10 minutes, and do that, and then you've done something and you've still maintained a healthy habit. You just had to modify it a little bit. It's important to remember that this is a lifestyle and this is a journey, and it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be your journey, and I wish you the best of luck. And that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, it really helps on my channel. And be sure to hit that bell notification so that you get a notification every time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.